Alright, everybody, I am streaming. Um, so we're doing this again. I finished the Angry Eyes. I don't want them to be like 100%. I want to kill you angry. Just like, grr, I'm going full auto angry, like kind of like Doom guy. And then I gotta do the ouch face. I also need to make the face look different too for when they take damage. So I got a frowny face from when they take damage. Uh, and then a normal face for, oh my god, I got all this stuff in the background. Hang on. There we go. It's distracting. And a normal face. This will be the face she makes when she's shooting full auto, and then a normal because it's like it's not symmetrical. It's just kind of this lip goes up a little, like grr. That's one, two, three more things I gotta paint. The face should be easy because it's just a line. And then once that's done, I gotta go and I gotta make the weapons because I'm redesigning them. Once those are done, I can import them into this scene as tools to help animate. I think it's important, at least with my workflow, it's important for me to make the weapons first because then I'll know where the center point is when I make it, and that makes it easier to figure out where the weapon needs to be attached. The center point for the bone is always going to be the 0, 0, 0, 0 coordinate in Blender because that's how Godot handles it. That also takes into account the facing as well. Dang it. I'm trying to keep my overlay open. I don't know what's going on. It's really weird. Hang on, let me restart this. There we go. I just had to redo it. It was glitched. Alright, so now I'm just going to make the other eye. I have a bit of a headache, so I'm going to be a little slow. Jesus, that's loud. It's not recording my, all my audio, is it? I apologize if you just heard a Yu-Gi-Oh episode in the background. I'm not trying to record that. It should not be recording that. I better use my headphones. I don't trust it. I don't trust it. I'm going to use my headphones. We'll close that out. This is my phone. That way I know it's not recording something I don't want it to record. That would ruin the whole video. And then I had to make another one to compensate, and then I had to delete it, and then it's not, it's not good. Not good. I need to test it. I haven't really tested it. I need to do a test run. Do I know for sure? I've tested it before in the past, but that was a long time ago. Alright. I probably should have did this before I started the stream. Very unprofessional, I'm sorry. Lost my hair. I need to get one of those hair ties to hold my hair in place, because it's so fucking, it's got a mind of its own. It's so annoying. Alright, so everything's saved, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna double check, just to make absolutely sure. Okay. Alright, now I got the images set. I'm gonna start with the eyes layer. We gotta turn off mirror. The mirror is not required for this one. So we have our center point. So we just need to start with this. So this one needs to be closed. And then kind of like that. Go back to this color. Alright, that looks pretty good actually. Doesn't look that bad. Let's see. Okay. Play with it. We'll go with that. I like that. Eyes closed. This one will stay opened. And if I turn, hang on, if we turn this layer back on. I'm just gonna erase this to just make my life easier. There. Back. I wish I could hide them here, but I can't. I have to select them here, because it won't let me select them over here. I can only hide them over here. It's stupid. We'll just smear it back. And we'll go, I think that's pretty good. We'll go with that. So we got all three. We got A, B, and C, which I think is a fantastic design philosophy if you're a beginner. A, B, and C. No more than that. 3 versions. If you need multiple versions of something, just A, B, C. You can always add more later if needed. So now I can work on the face. So we're going to go the mouth layer. This is actually wrong. This should be B. And then we'll save it again as A. And then I want to change her eyes because I don't want to see a character in constant pain. It makes me uncomfortable. So we're going to change this back to iris layer A and eyes layer A. We can just rename that, I think, in texture paint, we can rename it. We cannot. We gotta do it in the texture node. I wish it would keep its name. I don't know why it's gotta do that. So the mouth layer, we want to essentially copy it. I could probably just do that in GIMP. I think we'll just do that in GIMP. Alright, so I'm going to share GIMP now. I'm going to go to the eraser. We're going to take the clone brush. How does this work again? There we go. shit. Alright, you know what? I think we just do this. I'm overthinking it. Just copy, paste. And then we can override that. Then we're going to take mouth layer, we're going to rename it to C. So we got mouth layer B, which is already loaded, and then we got mouth layer A, we just fixed. Just going to double check. Yes, now mouth C. I have a funny little trick I think might work. All I gotta do is select this. And then rotate it. So it's upside down. Yeah. Alright. Yes, to new layer, Jesus. Hardness? Let's try that. Edit our. Well, that's a good starting point. We'll still save it. No, fuck off. Alright, so now I gotta go switch back to this. Alright, so she just looks really happy. It's a little too happy. Alright, so we already know B. It's that one. And then layer C, which is this. That one looks kind of funny. Aww. It looks really sad. It looks. Hang on, I gotta put that on with the eyes. I mean, that's legit. It does work. I just think it needs to be touched up a bit. I don't know how this keeps getting messed up down here. Oh, let's try to multiply. Yep. So the only problem is it needs to be. The lips are too short. It don't make any sense. What's the pixel bleed? It's only one pixel bleed. Jesus Christ. Fine, I'll leave it alone. The problem with this is it looks a little weird because it's like right on the line there. I think that's the problem. Oh, they can undo this. Nope. We'll just erase it. Fuck it. There we go. I just gotta clean up the multiplication here because it looks funky. Alright, so that's done. The faces and eyes are done. I'm going to save that. Now I get to start working on the weapons. We're going to work on the power saw first. Damn. I gotta order some groceries tomorrow. Or go pick them up. Um, sorry, I got a damn headache. Slow me down. Also, I gotta go through the folders, and I gotta find the folder. And I gotta copy the folder structure. Because I gotta restructure everything. I want all the Blender layer files in a separate primary folder. So one folder will have every asset in it as a blend file plus all of its layers, which will not, none of those files will be imported into Godot. All those will be exported to their own asset folder. So it makes it easier to work on stuff in Blender, so I don't have to flip through multiple folders to get to the thing I need to get to. It's fine in Godot. It's annoying in Blender. Whoa. That's the wrong folder. Alright, we get to do some modeling. This part's pretty easy for me. Modeling is usually the easy part. Rigging and weight painting is just tedious. It's not really hard, it's just tedious. Texture painting, I'd say, is definitely harder. Because that's... What the hell is this not working? Oh, because I minimized it. Now, there's two versions. I'm going to go with this one. Just because it's cooler. No, I don't want it squished. Just want to... Stop it! Ugh. It's being such a butt munch. I should just use my phone. That's genius. My phone will be my second monitor. I did not mean to do that. You heavy fucking dick. I need a weight for me. You'd think this metal thing would be heavy enough. It's not. I'm just going to Google to get my reference because I'm too lazy to upload it. I might have to, though. I'm struggling to find it. There it is. Yeah, this is gonna have animations on it too. Also, I apologize for not saying much this stream. I'm hanging in there. My brain hurts. What the hell? I need to make a new... I need to make a Blender not template. No, yeah, template. I need to make a Blender template so I don't have to keep redoing that. Flip it. I gotta flip all the headers back to where they used to be. I like my headers at the bottom. That's because I'm old school. Oh shit, I forgot to do something. I'm gonna do a shout out for somebody. They added me on Discord from the last stream. I just forgot because of my headache. Um, let me see. Uh, so Luna, hi Luna Chris, or LunaChris69 on X.com. They do art commissions. Let's see if I can pop that up. There we go. So this right here. Graphic designer. I looked at some of their stuff. It's pretty good. They're trying to get me to do a commission, but I'm poor as fuck. But if y'all got the money, there you go. You can. According to their own word, their budget. They're within like. They do budget commissions. I also clarified. I asked them if they were a Clinker AI robot. They said no. Also, I looked at some of their stuff. It didn't look AI generated. It all looked legit to me. At least what was on X. Oh man, if I was so damn poor, I'd be commissioning so many artists. A lot of my spare income, if I had it, would go to that. Ugh. Oh, okay, it's shifted already. Yeah, I guess I could just do this. What the fuck? Alright, I'll just do it manually. Ugh, I need to use the bathroom. Well, I'll be right back. I gotta use the bathroom. Can't help it. Oof, my back. I think this is a bit too big. Um, so what I'd like to do, I'm going to detach this. What's the detach? Uh, no, that's not it. Split, that's it. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Auto merge was not on. You know what? Just to make apps, I'm just gonna just make this wider at the top. Oh, wait. I could just do that. Hang on. Because these are already lined up. There we go. You can't even tell. There's different ways I could do it. I'm not sure how I want to do this. I could go like that, but I'd have to fix the insert here because it looks terrible. I could keep it bulky, which is kind of funny. Or I could shrink it like this. Kind of like that. Kind of like that a lot. I like that so much. I'm going to take this and this. Shrink it. Okay, undo. This. Actually, hang on. Back. Yeah. I'm working on a power saw. Um, it's like a modular tool, makeshift weapon. You can also put a gun on it. Um, I finished the eyes on the goat lady. All of her expressions are done. If you want to see them, I can show you. Yeah, that's fine. I was actually gonna wrap up kind of soon, just 'cause I've been at it for about an hour 20 minutes. Also, my brain hurts. Um, but I'll show you that real quick. Hang on. Yeah, I appreciate that. I finished the goat lady. I just got to make new weapons for her. But this is the injured face when you take damage. Um, and then I start over here. Oh, I gotta load it. Open. And then is that the iris? That is the iris. Do I have it loaded already? I do not. Open. E. What am I doing? Why is this not working? Cancel. Oh, there it goes. Alright, open. There we go. And then this is the grr, I'm shooting my gun for a really long time face. Again, just the same ones I was working on last time. But those are done. All the eyes are done. And then we got the regular one, obviously. See, mouth layer A. And then A. Oops, no, iris. I did that wrong. There, and then this is the default state. Also, thank you. Once these weapons are done, I can put them on the character and then fix all the animations because I had to do some animation recovery. I got my old animations that still work on the old rig, and I basically just got to copy them over. But I was going to make new weapons first. I guess I don't need the markings. It's not bad at all. Once I finish my game, I was gonna start teaching how to do everything, and they're gonna be like really short videos for one specific thing instead of these like really long, intimidating videos. It's just like no more than 5 minutes. Here's how you do this thing. That's it. And I was gonna do that for everything. Well, everything I know and for Blender. It's just something I want to do because when I started my career, I started with modding, and it was just really difficult, really annoying, extremely unhelpful people, and it was just hard. It was really difficult. And then I finally got into actual game design. I started with Gmax, but then I switched over to Blender, and I started working on my art skills because I knew that was going to be my weakest area in regards to making a game. So I started on that first, and there's a lot of nice Blender tutorials, but you had to dig for them because and this was back when YouTube was still kind of new. It's a lot better now. There's a lot of resources out there. I think one of the first things I struggled on immensely with Blender was how to make textures. I saw a video on college art class, and it was confusing as hell. It's like, oh, I just kind of brute forced it through lots of trial and error. Yeah, they do a lot of updates. It's the user interface is a lot better than when it first came out. That's for damn sure. The OG user interface was terrible. But yeah, I recommend sticking with it because you could do it all. Anything you need to do, you could do it in Blender. You could do 2D animation, like anything really, simulations. Hey, there you go. Whatever gets the inspiration going. Yeah, I agree with that. Um, I think with that is you just gotta do a lot of planning, but don't like over plan. You gotta like you don't want to stretch yourself out so thin that you're exhausted. You gotta scale it down. I was talking about that earlier, I think on this stream, as like uh when you make something that has variance and you're like new to it, you do like the ABC or like one like like you get three different versions of a thing if you need variance, and then just stop. That's it, and then move on to the next thing. I mean, that's just one aspect. There's thousands of different ways you could save time and helps keep things at a reasonable scale. But I had a lot of experience with scale building. Thank you. I appreciate that. Um, because I spent a lot of time with the Neverwhere Nights tool set, and that's one of the first things I learned was how to scale a project. So when I was a little kid, 10, 12 years old, I was making modules for Neverwhere Nights, and um, I made several. Some of them were just, you know, they were they were they weren't good, but they were a thing. And I don't want to say they were bad, but it's something a kid made. They weren't spectacular. Hello, MHL. Ah, crap. I can't read that. Hang on. I'm sorry. MHLFR. Okay, that's what I thought I said. Hello. Um, but yeah, in Neverwinter Nights, my first real module that I liked a lot, and I still remember, it had 3 parts. It had a boat fight. Um, I learned how to pace things so that it would take a certain amount of time for me to build it, but also I was able to calculate about how much time an average player it would take to complete that module, and that was a really helpful skill to get. Well, to improve. Everybody has that skill, but that was a skill I worked on. Also, I'm doing okay. I got a headache, but the upside is I'm making a cool sword. Oh, one more thing about Never Nights. So I actually didn't make any assets for that. All the assets came with the toolset editor. So the only thing I had to do is make quests, place things, name things, maybe change the scenery. So all the skills that I used were like planning and writing and stuff like that. So it was all about scale because I didn't have to make anything. Other than the writing and stuff like that. It is, and making assets, that's a lot. It is a lot of work. That's why I like modular ability, so I can like if something's modular, it's less stuff I have to make. 'Cause I made for this game, Risk of Heresy. There's like a wooden spike. It's just one wooden spike, or maybe there might be two. I can't remember, but I used it to make all sorts of stuff. Yeah, Blender's great. I love Blender. Blender's the best. I get angry at it sometimes, but I still love it. Oof, that's too skinny, I think. Maybe. That's a little better. Oops. I hate when I do that. Ah. Also, I was being quiet there for a moment. I'm sorry. Another skill in Blender, if you can manage it, and it saves a lot of time, is if you can like see ahead and mark your seams as you're modeling. Oh my god, that saves so much trouble. Because once you finish a model and then you got to go back and then mark everything, ugh. That makes me run out of energy. It makes me tired thinking about that. Because that's how I used to do it. Whoa. I mean, I find it fun now. Just in the past, when I was learning it, I was so frustrating. I mean, the only reason. Oh, what? What's we doing? Exactly. It is a lot like that. That is a good analogy. It's a lot like a puzzle. Um, but I was gonna say, like, the only reason you mark seams is so you can modulate your texture and like reuse it and do all sorts of cool stuff. Fair enough. I just like the flexibility. Having all the customizable islands is really nice. Because if I the uh, the quick and dirty method of what's it called? I keep forgetting. Smart UV projects. That's great if you just want to like paint the whole thing and be done with it. But um, if you ever need to make like a variant or a variation, I mean you could, but it's going to be more tricky. It's going to be messier. Also, like if you ever need to edit it in where is it? In 2D mode, it's going to be a nightmare to try and figure out what the hell's going on in 2D mode. But it is like if you don't care about the like if you don't need the utility of a UV map and you just want to paint and go, Smart UV paint or Smart UV project, that's the way to go if you just want to paint and go. Yeah, that's true. There's a compatibility. It's more compatible, yeah. But I could totally see somebody who's really good at painting. They're like a master at painting. They probably could skip UVs if they don't need to do anything with UVs, like technically. They can just make a model, paint it, make a model, paint it. You can totally do that. That is an option. Because with Smart UV Project, the this what's it called? The bleed, the pixel bleed, it works better on that just because everything's so close to each other. You don't have to worry about the pixel bleed not working. Sometimes it won't work though if it's overcrowded. You get too much pixel bleed, and then just then it just gets messy at that point. Yeah, I mean, yeah, exactly. It's a use case thing. I mean, you're exactly right. Like, if you don't need that, don't put it in the game. There's no point in wasting the effort for it. Because I did something kind of similar, not really. All my face textures are 256 by 256. I could make them higher, but since it's retro style, I kept it in the range of 256 by 256. But yeah, so actually, I know some people who, when they make games, they don't even use textures; they just use materials. So that's another valid. Any method you use is valid. It's just, what do you want to do? Like, it's all about what you want. No, that don't look right. What the hell? Ah, okay, that makes sense. Normal maps are pretty cool. I'm not going to be using anything like that for this game. Maybe a couple simple shaders, and that's about it. Um, I do, though, when I do start using normal maps for different games. I have a method that I want to try just to see if it works. I want to try to manually paint my normal maps just to see what happens. I think it would have a pretty cool effect. I better put this on global just to make sure, because it's acting funky. Oh yeah, I've used Unity before. That's where I started, was with Unity. I switched to Godot because I like my software. I like to know my software isn't gonna backstab me. I'm very I'm very pro computer consumer kind of person. I like technology and knowledge to be free and available to everybody. And then yeah, Unity did that really. They got in trouble. A lot of people got pissed off at them. There's a whole drama fiasco about it. Alright, this line is a mess. I gotta get rid of this. Yeah, it was... I mean, I kind of knew that was gonna happen, but I... I don't know. I had hope. I'm like, no, they wouldn't. They wouldn't. But I knew, since it's, it's simple capitalism. The bottom line, if it's privately owned, it's always going to be the bottom line first. Alright, so sword's almost done. I gotta look at my reference real quick because I'm confused. Power saw. It's technically not a sword. Oh. Yeah. I agree. I actually I was in the Go dot uh Discord server. I was helping people on there. Well, to the best of my ability. I was still new at the time. But I had to get rid of that because it was distracting me. Because I was wasting too much time in there. I had to stop doing that. I don't care. They can come for me. I'll become a freedom fighter if I have to. Damn it. If that other boot falls. I hope not. Hmm. I try to avoid buying that stuff. It really is extremely overpriced. It's so much cheaper just to make it at home. But sometimes I am just too damn tired. I almost ordered pizza today. I'd feel super guilty about it if I'd done that. Yeah, I don't know what the hell's going on. I'm hoping it gets better. I'm an optimist. I feel like it's going to get better, but I think it's just one of those things where everything has to get worse first so people understand, like, hey, this is not the way to go. Let's go the other way. No, it's my fault. I'm the one that said it. I love pizza. I'm always thinking of it. I'm gonna get some tomorrow. I'm gonna get me like a frozen pizza. I could just get the dough. I know how to make it. But it's kind of a workout. Because you gotta knead the dough. Alright, this thing's looking kind of crazy. Fair enough, fair enough. I'm very political. Homemade pizza is amazing. Oh my god. Yeah, when I say I'm political, I'm pretty political. I try to keep up with the news that I'm trying to look for. Um, I vote. I keep track of like vote calendars and shit. Whoa. Dang, your mom made pizza? What? That's crazy. I'm jelly. I mean, it's hard to be like, I want to do like political activism, but like, I'd probably starve to death. Like, how would I drive to the places to do that? I can't, first of all, I can't drive unless I got a motorcycle. That's fair. Uh, I, yeah, there'll probably be some obscure lore. Um, it's a one-off game, but I might expand upon it if if it's popular enough. But it's not my dream game. It's just something for me to make and learn to learn how the whole process. And then once that's done, I can start working on stuff I really want to work on because I'll have the skills. Yeah, I got a license for that. Um, but no, the game is it's a third person shooter like Risk of Rain 2, but it's also roguelike like Risk of Rain 2. But it's more story focused. So it's gonna have multiplayer co-op as well. Yeah, exactly. You got to start somewhere. Exactly. The main reason I'm doing it that way is so I don't ruin it. I want my dream game to not. I want it to be really good. I don't want to. I don't want to half-ass that one. This is multiplayer co-op, not PvP. Or what I'm making is going to be multiplayer co-op. Yeah, exactly. Spears Dracana, that's exactly. See, I learned, like I said earlier with Never Nights, I learned that scaling thing. You get too ambitious and you kind of like lose sight of things. And that could be demoralizing. But I mean, once you have all the skills and you're confident in your skills, then yeah, I'd say go for the super ambitious, overly ambitious stuff. But if you're not fully confident in your skill to do that, I would hold off. Maybe do a smaller project, build up that skill. Driving into a pit sounds scary. That's one of my fears. I'm always worried when I'm on the bus is gonna like run off the road or something. Hmm. That sounds pretty cool. That sounds dope. All right, let's see here. I think I'm just gonna draw it. I don't want to actually have literal 3D teeth, so I'm just gonna use a plane. And only where I have is right now. That sounds cool. I mean, that's really all you need. Like, I mean, every book ever written, all they, they all use words. They all use the same subject matter or matters, and all the same things exist in all these books. It's just they're arranged differently, and that arrangement is what makes it unique. And that applies to video games, applies to music. Ah, shit. Oh my gosh. David! That's fine. Over here. Oof, that's not right. Shit. Oh, yeah, get 3D animations working. I've never. I mean, yeah. Look, everything takes time. The more you make them, the better you get at it. I also, it's not the end of the world if you break them, because I do that all the time. I break my animations all the time. I have a method to fix them. So anytime I break them, I use the old armature and I copy the whole model and armature, and I have it side by side with the new updated one, and I just manually copy the animations over. So I don't really have to think about it. All I just gotta do is copy my previous work onto the new armature, which I do have to do that. I will be streaming that hopefully next stream. When I make animations, I hate when I break them, and I don't want to lose that animation, because that, for me, that when I finish an animation, it becomes special to me, and I don't want to lose it. So I try to save it. Also, I did this one wrong. This is all screwed up. I made a wrong split somewhere. I don't know where I did that. What did I do? What did I do? Is it here? Ah, I see what I did wrong. I think that fixed it. Yeah, that did it. I fixed it. Bam! Let's go! Ah, shit. I missed one. Damn it. Alright, these are too big. I'm gonna have to compromise. I'm gonna have to just scale this down. It should be fine. Should be this the same size. And then I give something else more detail. So what do we want to handle? Yeah, I agree. Once you learn how to do it, they are. I agree. This used to be one of the most stressful things for me. Like, this used to stress me out so much. I'm just trying to figure out what I want for higher detail. But I gotta move this stuff around. Let's move this over here. There. That sounds pretty cool. This don't look right. Ow. Yeah, exactly. You could if you wanted to, you could take and make a plushie in Blender, UV wrap it, print it out, and you'd have a sewing pattern for a plushie. Which I plan on doing that when I finish my game. What part is this? I guess that doesn't really need to go up any. Well, I got some extra space. There's nothing that won't hurt nothing. Yeah, papercraft. Yeah, that's I've seen a lot of them, and those are pretty crazy. With that said, I'm actually going to get out of here, guys. I'm going to go to bed. Hopefully this headache will go away. Make sure I save everything. Save. This is still working, right? But yeah, y'all have a good night, a good morning. I forgot what time zones y'all are at. But I will see y'all tomorrow if you're on. See ya!